चिराग कलवी, क्या आपने ज्वाइन कर लिया है भाई? चिराग कलवी बताइए।
यस सर।
ओके, चलिए फिर हम आगे। टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट a new chapter. The name of the chapter is alcohols and phenols. My dear students, this alcohols and phenols are the hydroxyl group compounds. So let us study about this alcohols and phenols in detail. Let us try to understand them. Okay. So let's start. Alcohols and phenols. Compounds formed by the replacement of one or more hydrogen atom or hydrogen atoms is by replaced by OH group, that is hydroxyl group, in aliphatic hydrocarbon. So you can see that here we have the aliphatic hydrocarbon. You can see, my dear students, here you can easily understand it. Let's have a look to this. Into this you can see that we have hydrocarbon RH. One hydrogen is replaced by OH, so we get ROH. This is what it is known as the alcohol. Now, my dear students, we are going to study about the phenol. So when one or more hydrogen atom or atoms in the uh, aliphatic hydrocarbon replaced by OH group, instead of this aliphatic, we should write here, my dear students, aromatic. Instead of aliphatic, my dear students, we should write here aromatic. So let us write aromatic there. Instead of aliphatic, we should write aromatic here. So more hydrogen atom, when one or more hydrogen atom or atoms in aromatic hydrocarbon is replaced by OH group, compound formed is called phenol. You can see this is a aromatic hydrocarbon ARH. Replacement of hydrogen with OH group will give us the phenol. If we represent the aromatic hydrocarbon as PHH, then H is replaced by OH, and that is why we can write PHOH, which is also known as phenol. So this is how, my dear students, we understand about the phenol. Alcohol contains one or more hydroxyl group, that is OH, directly attached to the carbon atom of aliphatic system. So here alcohol contains one or more hydroxyl group directly attached to the uh, aliphatic system. That is what it is known as the alcohol. But phenol contains one or more hydroxyl group attached to the aromatic system. That is the basic difference between the alcohols and phenols. You know some examples. Spirit used for polishing wood furniture is commonly containing hydroxyl compound. Ethanol, the sugar we eat, ethanol, that is what it is found into the wines, the sugar we eat, cotton used for fabrics, paper we use for writing, all are made up of compound containing hydroxyl group. So that is what we are going to study. The third type of compounds what we are going to study are known as the ether. The substitution of a hydrogen atom in a hydrocarbon by an alkoxy group that is RO group, that is CH3O or C2H5O, or C6H5O group, that is what it is known as the ARO group, yield another class of compound known as the ethers. So you can see here, if you have RH, this RH is replaced by OR dash, and if RH is replaced by OR dash, then we can easily get ROR dash. This ROR dash is your ether, or if RH is replaced by OAR, that is OC6H5, then you get ROAR, which is also an ether, but ether that contain the aromatic group. Now first we should study about the alcohols. So we shall study classification of alcohols. First we have monohydric alcohol. This monohydric alcohol contains one hydroxyl group. Examples are CH3OH or C2H5OH, that is methanol or ethanol. Then we have dihydric alcohol that contain two hydroxyl group, which are ethane 1,2-diol, which is also known as the ethylene glycol. Then we may have a trihydric alcohol. They contain three hydroxyl group. For example, propane 1,2,3-triol, which is also known as glycerol. We may have polyhydric alcohols that contain more than three hydroxyl group. You can see here I have shown you the glucose, which contains 5 OH group. So this is how, my dear students, we can understand the monohydric, dihydric and trihydric and polyhydric alcohols. Now, my dear students, we are going to study the classification of monohydric alcohols. So let us take a look to the various classes of monohydric alcohol. The first class of monohydric alcohol is the alcohol that contains CsP3OH. That means hydroxyl group is bonded to the carbon, which is sp3 hybridized. This CsP3OH type of alcohol are also further divided in primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. A primary alcohol is an alcohol in which hydroxyl group is bonded to a carbon, and that carbon is bonded directly to only one carbon. Secondary alcohol is the alcohol in which the hydroxyl group bonded to a carbon, that carbon is directly bonded to the two other carbons. And tertiary alcohol is the alcohol in which hydroxyl group is bonded to the carbon, that carbon is bonded to the three other carbons. So let us take the example of a primary alcohol, that is ethanol, CH3CH2OH, 2-propanol, that is the secondary alcohol, and 2-methyl-2-propanol is the tertiary alcohol. You can see that OH is bonded to the carbon, this carbon is bonded to three other carbon, this carbon is bonded to two other carbon, whereas this carbon is bonded to only single carbon, and that is why they can be classified as primary, secondary and tertiary. Then we have the allylic alcohol. In these alcohols, the OH group is attached to the sp3 hybridized carbon adjacent to the carbon double bond, that is an allylic carbon. So OH group is bonded to a particular carbon, and that OH group which is bonded to the particular carbon is again bonded to the carbon which is involved into the double bond. You can see here this alcohol or hydroxyl group is bonded to carbon number 1. Carbon number 1 is bonded to the carbon which is involved into the double bond. That kind of alcohol are known as the allylic alcohol. The example is prop 2 in all or prop 2 in 1 all. The secondary allylic alcohol is this alcohol where the OH group is bonded to carbon. This carbon is bonded to one carbon, and again it bonded to the second carbon which is involved into the double bond. An allylic carbon can also be tertiary, where OH is bonded to the carbon. that is bonded to the 3 carbons, and one of them is involved into the double bond. So let us understand, or let us write the names of the carbon which are secondary or tertiary. For secondary allylic carbon, we have the example of but 3 in 1 all, and for tertiary allylic alcohol, we have the example of 2-methyl but 3 in 2 all. So this is how, my dear students, we understand about the various type of alcohol. The third type of monohydric alcohols are known as the benzylic alcohols. This benzylic alcohol, in this alcohol, the OH group is attached to a sp3 hybridized carbon atom next to an aromatic ring. For example, if you look at this, we'll find the benzene ring is bonded to CH2OH. This kind of alcohol is known as the benzyl alcohol or 1-phenyl-methanol. Then, my dear students, we have secondary benzylic alcohol where OH bond is bonded to the carbon. That carbon is bonded to the aromatic ring as well as the another carbon. This is what it is known as the secondary benzylic alcohol. The example is 1-phenyl-1-ethanol. And we can also have tertiary benzylic alcohol where OH is bonded to the carbon. This carbon is bonded to the aromatic ring as well as 2 other carbon atom. This is what it is known as the tertiary benzylic alcohol, and the example is 2-phenyl-2-propanol. So next we have the compound containing CsP2OH bond. These alcohols contains OH group bonded to a carbon-carbon double bond, that is to a vinylic carbon or an aryl carbon. These alcohols are also known as the vinylic alcohol. You can see that 1-ethanol, this OH is bonded to the ethene, so it is known as 1-ethanol, or it is also known as the vinylic carbon. Here hydroxyl group is directly bonded to the carbon, which is actually the sp2 hybridized. Same way, all the phenols that we are going to study, they are also in phenols also, because in the aromatic ring all the carbons are sp2 hybridized, and that is why this OH is directly bonded to the sp2 hybridized carbon, and that is why these are also the examples of the CsP2OH type of hydroxyl group compound. So we have phenols. Phenols are also of monohydric phenol. So you can see this monohydric phenol that contain only one hydroxyl group. You can see phenol. You can see orthocresol, that is having only one OH. You can see hydroquinone, that is two. Let us look at first the monohydric phenol. Then we have the metacresol, where OH and CH3 are at 1,3 position. So it is 3-methyl phenol. Then we have paracresol, which is the 4-methyl phenol. Now we should study about the dihydroxy derivatives of phenol. So when two OH group are bonded to the aromatic ring, we call them catechol, that is benzene 1,2-diol. If OH are available at 1,3 position, then it is known as the resorcinol, which is also known as benzene 1,3-diol. And if both the OH group are present at 1,4 position, then they are known as the hydroquinone, or they are also known as quinol, or IUPAC name would be benzene 1,4-diol. Now, my dear students, we are going to study about the ethers. Ethers are of two types: simple or symmetrical, and mixed or unsymmetrical. Alkyl or allyl group attached to oxygen are same, then they are known as the simple or symmetrical ethers. But when the alkyl or allyl group attached to the oxygen are different, then they are known as the mixed or unsymmetrical ethers. You can see CH3OCH3, which is known as dimethyl ether, or C2H5OC2H5, which is known as diethyl ether are the example of simple or symmetrical ethers. But CH3OC2H5, that is what it is known as the methoxyethane, or it is also known as the ethyl methyl ether, is the example of mixed or unsymmetrical ethers. So now, my dear students, we are moving to the next part, which is known as the nomenclature. Before we move to the nomenclature, I would like to ask you that if you want to ask me something, you can ask me. If you could not understand anything, you can please ask. Dear students, do you have anything to ask to me?
No, sir.
बच्चों, कुछ ऐसा है जो आपको समझ में नहीं आया तो पूछ लीजिए,
No, sir.
वरना आगे चलते हैं। चले फिर आगे चले।
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड। चलिए फिर आगे चलते हैं। कहाँ गया ये? Okay, then let's move forward. Let us try to okay, then, my dear students, examples of nomenclature. When we have a single carbon atom and it is aliphatic alcohol, we call it methanol or methyl alcohol. See, with the black pen I have written the IUPAC name, and with the green pen I have written the general name or common name. Please remember, with the black pen I have written the IUPAC name. So if you are asked to give the IUPAC name, you should give the name which is written with the black pen. Then we have ethyl alcohol, 2 carbon.
Sir,
Yes.
દેખાતું નથી.
Hello.
Screen નથી.
Sir, green board.
Screen नहीं देखा दी?
હવે દેખાય છે.
Okay, good. Next, we can move to the third one, which is normal propyl alcohol. You can see the normal propyl alcohol or propane 1-ol. Then you can have the isopropyl alcohol or propane 2-ol, where the OH group is bonded to the second carbon of propane. Then you have normal butyl alcohol, which is known as the butane 1-ol. Then you have secondary butyl alcohol, which is known as the butane 2-ol. Then we have isobutyl alcohol, which is known as the 2-methyl propane 1-ol. Now you can see here that this is 1, 2, 3 carbon, so we consider it as a propane. This is a kind of propane where on the second carbon we have methyl group, so it is true methyl propane 1-ol. The functional group bonded to the carbon, which is given the number 1, or priority is given to the carbon which is directly bonded to the functional group. Then we have tertiary butyl alcohol. You can see 2-methyl propane 2-ol. We have already seen it. Then we have ethane 1,2-diol, which is ethylene glycol. Here both the common name as well as the IUPAC names are important. You can see on both the carbon we have OH group, and that is why we simply call it ethane 1,2-diol. Now, my dear students, we have a compound that has 3 OH group. So 3 carbon, that is propane, propane 1,2,3-triol. It is also known as glycerol. Then we have cyclohexene ring and OH, that is what it is known as cyclohexanol. You can see the 5 carbon ring, which is known as the pentanol or cyclopentanol. And on the first carbon we have OH, and on the second carbon we have CH3. That is why it is written as 2-methyl cyclopentanol. Then we have ethers. So both the compounds are same. So it is dimethyl ether or methoxyethane. It is diethyl ether or ethoxyethane. This is your ethoxy part, my dear students. Please try to understand it. This is your ethoxy part. This is ethoxy. and then you have ethane C2H5. So this is how you write ethoxyethane. Same way, my dear students, here you can write methyl and propyl ether or 1-methoxypropane. So you can see here, dear students, this is your methoxy part. So this is methoxy and this is propane. So 1-methoxypropane. Then, my dear students, you have methyl phenyl ether, which is also known as anisole. Anisole is the name which is used as an IUPAC name also. Methoxybenzene, you can see here, this is your methoxy part, and then you have C6H5, which is benzene. So this is how you can call it methoxybenzene or anisole. Same way you can have the phenitol, this is how you can write, which is ethoxy part, this is your ethoxy part, my dear students. So this is ethoxybenzene or ethyl phenyl ether, which is also known as the phenitol. Then, my dear students, we have this 1 carbon and 6 carbon, so total 7 carbon. So here we have 7 carbon. So that is heptyl phenyl ether, or it is, this is the phenoxy part, C6H5O. So we call it phenoxyheptane. So IUPAC name will be 1-phenoxyheptane, 7 carbon heptane, 1 phenoxy. On the first carbon, phenoxy group is present. Then we have methyl isopropyl ether. This is, my dear students, you have the isopropyl group. Now, why do we call it isopropyl? Because the methoxy part is present on the second carbon, and that is why it is known as the isopropyl. So with the red box, we have the isopropyl part, we have methyl part, and ether is oxygen, or we can call it on second carbon methoxy group, so it is 2-methoxypropane. We have for a few more names to study. This is phenyl isophenyl ether. You can see phenyl isopentyl, my dear students, sorry, I just made a mistake. You can see that here we have 5 carbon, so the common name is isopentyl, but if you really look at this box type of structure, you can see that on the third carbon we have methyl group, so it is 3-methyl butane. If we study only the box one, then we can call it 3-methyl butane. But we also consider this oxygen with this, so it becomes like, when we consider this oxygen with this, it seems like, yeah, if we consider this part, then it becomes 3-methyl butoxy. So when we consider this with oxygen, it goes like 3-methyl butoxy, and then you have C6H5 benzene, so it is 3-methyl butoxy benzene. Then we have 1,2-dimethoxyethane. You can see this is 1,2 carbon. On 1 carbon we have methoxy part. On first carbon we have methoxy part. On second carbon we have methoxy part. And that is why it is 1,2-dimethoxy, 2 carbon ethane. Now here you can see, my dear students, 2-ethoxy 1,1-dimethyl cyclohexane. So I shall show you first the cyclohexane. You can see here, this is the cyclohexane. On this cyclohexane, on first carbon we have 2-methyl group, and on second carbon we have C2H5O ethoxy group. So on second carbon ethoxy group, on first carbon 2 times methyl group, so 1,1-dimethyl, and then we have the cyclohexane. Now, my dear students, we are going to study some more. See, this alcohol is primary alcohol because OH is bonded to a carbon. That carbon is bonded to only 1 carbon. This is allylic carbon as well as primary carbon because OH is bonded to the carbon. That carbon is bonded to only 1 carbon, but that carbon is involved into double bond, and that is why it is primary allylic alcohol. You can see here in this alcohol, OH is bonded to the carbon, and that carbon is bonded directly to the single carbon, and that is why it is primary alcohol. But here you can see that OH is bonded to the carbon. That carbon is bonded to the benzene ring carbon as well as to the another CH3 carbon, and that is why it is secondary alcohol. And as the carbon is bonded to the aromatic ring, it is benzylic alcohol. So we can say that it is secondary benzylic alcohol. Let us study further, my dear students. Then we have the next one. You can see here that OH is bonded to the carbon. That carbon is bonded to carbon number 1 and carbon number 2. That is why it is known as the secondary secondary alcohol. And we can see that the OH bonded to the carbon, which is not directly bonded to the benzene ring, and that is why it is not a benzylic alcohol. Here you can see that OH is bonded to the carbon. That carbon is bonded to 1, 2 and 3 carbon. Sorry, dear students. That is why it is bonded to 3 other carbon, and that is why we call it tertiary alcohol. But you can see that the carbon is directly bonded to the carbon which is involved into the double bond, and that is why it is also known as the allylic carbon. So this is how, my dear students, we understand the various types of alcohols. Now we should study some of the in-text questions. Write the IUPAC names of the following compound. Here you can see that I have given you the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and on 4th position. Now the question arises that why this carbon is 4, because the carbon which is directly bonded to the functional group is given priority. So it is 4-chloro, 2,3-dimethyl, and then you can see both on 3rd and 2nd carbon we have methyl group. Then this is the ether 2-ethoxypropane. You can see that this is the ethoxy part, which is bonded to the 2nd carbon. So it is 2-ethoxy and 3 carbon are bonded. So it is 2-ethoxypropane. You can see here that this is the benzene ring. On 1st carbon we have OH. On 2nd and 6th carbon we have methyl group. So it is 2,6-dimethylphenol. Then we have methoxycyclohexane. On the cyclohexane, the methoxy part are given 1 number, then 2 number to nitro. So on cyclohexane ring, we have 1 ethoxy and 2 nitro cyclohexane. So this is how, my dear students, we give names to the various compounds. Now look at this. If we want to find out, we will find this is the longest carbon chain. So my dear students, we will have to study this chain as the longest chain. And that is why on the 2nd carbon we have a isopropyl group. 3 carbon group, which is the isopropyl group. This group is known as the isopropyl group, my dear students. So this isopropyl group is bonded to this 5 carbon chain, so which is on the 2nd carbon. So it is 2-isopropyl pentanol, because OH group is also present. And then on the 3rd carbon also we have chloromethyl group, CH2Cl, and that is why we gave it name 3-chloromethyl 2-isopropyl pentanol. Same way here, my dear students, we can consider it as the longest chain. This is the longest chain which contain 2 hydroxyl group. One is on 1st carbon and another is on 3rd carbon. On 2nd carbon we have methyl group. So we can write 3-hydroxy, 2,5, 2 also CH3, 5 also CH3, 2,5-dimethylhexanol. So when OH group is present more than one time, then once it will be considered as all, but on another time it will be considered as hydroxy. So on 3 carbon we have 3-hydroxy 2,5-dimethylhexanol. Then we have a cyclohexane chain which is having 1 alcohol. On 3 position we have bromine. So we can give name as 3-bromocyclohexanol. Then my dear students, you can see here that we have the long chain of carbon which contain the 6 carbon. The priority is given in such a way that the OH get the least number. So if you start giving number from right side, OH will get fourth number, and that is why the third number priority is given to OH. So it is 3 all, 6 carbon, so it is hex. On first carbon there is double bond, so 1 in, so we can write it as hex 1 in, 3 all. Then we have the next one, my dear students, that we have a long chain of carbon which contain alcohol. So the carbon which is bonded to alcohol is given priority. So numbers are given as 1, 2, 3, 4. The second carbon is involved in double bond, so it is 2 in, 1 carbon alcohol, 1 all, total 4 carbon, so but, and on second carbon we have